Hi, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in today. We've got interesting setup here this afternoon, filming my part of February and March empties video so that I can get all this out of my house. I'm going to start with candles and then make my way into the wax empties as well. So first thing here I've got is this Vanilla Bean Noel. I melted this, even though I usually am like a seasonal melter. I did melt this because the wax was green for St. Patrick's Day this month. So that Vanilla Bean Noel's great. I love it. We'll continue to rebuy it. Here, this is Goose Creek. Very sooty limoncello candle. This was the 2-wick. You can see there, little eyeballs, along with the source of the soot. The wicks in this, I mean, it went crazy. Now, I did have this in my kitchen under the range hood, so did not feel like all that bad about the sootiness. It was just kind of going up into the vent hood anyway, but it melted pretty well. There's a little bit of residue, but never had any issues with pooling or anything. And the scent they're on, that's great. It's a wonderful scent. So like that one, I would rebuy it. I looked and they didn't have it in the same like 2-wick version again. So not sure like when I might do that, but anyway, this here is Goose Creek Half Moon Bay. I'm just trying to see if I've got a pour date on this. I don't. This was a 3-wick. I really liked this. I got it not really looking at scent notes, thinking it might be like Pink Sands, which it isn't their Pink Sands dupe. Pink Beach is their Pink Sands dupe. But I thought it might be kind of in the same vein, and it was. It's a nice, fruity floral. But it's like one of those beachy florals, very tropical smelling. Good for this time of year if you like those tropical fragrances. That's all my candle empties. I did burn other candles, but did not make my way quite through them. So that's all I've got for those. Next here, I'm going to go through some of my bags. A couple of, here, okay, I've got a couple of little, like, mixer bags from Vapid Wax. This first one was French Baguette. This is a really good scent. I did like that one a lot, as well as Blueberry. Also liked that. I thought those were good. Got a couple of samples here from Bathing Garden. Capsicle. This was really nice. This was a really summery, kind of like bomb pop type scent. So that was good. And then here I've got, I had a sample of Princess Ruby's Tartlets. I've had it in the past in like a larger tart. Granted, this at this point was, gosh, probably 5 years ago, I think. So I'm pretty sure it was the same fragrance. The name sounds so familiar to me. So I believe it was that fragrance. Anyway, I had it before, and I remember it being stronger then. It was not very strong, but it was also just like such a tiny tart that I had, I couldn't smell it, but there wasn't much wax there anyway. And I think this is the rest of my, it appears, this is the rest of my bags. I have 2 from Ava's Country Cupboard. First one was Strawberry Patch. These were really cute. They were like sun-shaped tarts. Like they were smiling. It was adorable. This was great. I would definitely repurchase this when it comes back. It looks like I got this last summer. So yeah, would definitely rebuy that. The scent on those, my gosh, it was a perfect strawberry scent. It was so great. Also from Ava's Country Cupboard, I have this Lemon Bake Shop. This was in like a soap bar almost. And so I broke that up into a bunch of different melts. Some of them were great. Others were, I couldn't smell very well. So I basically just kept it in here in my office and melted in here, and it performed really well in this warmer and in this space. Last one I've got here, this was a Fruity Loop Peep. It was just like a bunny from Vapid Wax. My dog is in here with me now, laying down, so hopefully he stays calm. Honestly, I don't remember it. I don't think that the scent was very strong. So that's really all I can tell you from that. I wasn't highly impressed, and like it's Peep's time of year, and I just didn't really like that one. Okay, here I've got, looks like I've only got, oh no, I do have 3 scent shots. The first one, actually Scentsy, Red Pear and Pomegranate. This was like a tester from a whiff box. I apologize about my nails. I've been working at our new house all day long. Red Pear and Pomegranate, I wasn't a huge fan. I don't think I even bought like a full-size clam of it. Just, you know. Here is Surprise I'm Drunk. This, and I can't remember what I filmed because I made a couple videos that I haven't been able to get off of my camera, which is why I'm here on my computer again today. But this one I did end up liking. I split it into 2. The first time I melted it, could not smell anything. The second time I melted it in the bathroom instead, just thinking like maybe it needs like a smaller, more concentrated space. It was really good. It was a nice, just kind of like a tiki bar drink scent. Not too fruity, not too tropical, but still, you know, a relatively good fragrance there. And then here, this was Luna. I melted this in our bedroom. I don't remember anything about it, to be honest, so I'm guessing it wasn't anything that I was terribly impressed with. Now I'm going to move into the clamshells, and I'll start with I've got a couple Vendor Wax clams, and then I'll move into some of the non-Vendor Wax stuff here. First, from the Bathing Garden, I have Sparkling Mango. This one, I don't know. I wasn't, it didn't have great throw, which is unusual for me with Bathing Garden. Usually I do have pretty good luck with these. But it, you know, if I open up the thing, it still smells like mango. It still smells nice. It's just, it wasn't the powerhouse that I was kind of expecting it to be. Here from Vapid Wax, I have Strawberry Lemon Fluff. I really liked this one. I would repurchase this. I feel like Vapid Wax just has a really, really good kind of lemon oil. I was really impressed with that one. And then from Vapid Wax, here's they call it their Wonky Wax in Bloody Mary. This is I'm going to say it's weird. I'll just say that. It is a floral scent with pepper, like on the vine growing peppers. So it is definitely unique. I really love it though, and next time I place an order from them, if I do again in the future, I'll definitely be sure to throw a couple of these into my cart, just because I think it's a really interesting mixture, and you don't see stuff like that very often. From Sensationals, I have 2 Coral Shores. This is their Pink Sands dupe. I like this just as much as I like Pink Sands. I mean, it smells almost identical to me, but I can get them for $2 a piece, and so I always have some of these going. Really like that. From Goose Creek, I only had 1 left of this Peppermint Mocha Milkshake, so I just melted it. I actually put it on our coffee bar, and my husband hated it, which is so funny because when it was in our living room at Christmas, I never heard anything about it. He never really even noticed it, but when I had it at the coffee bar, he did not like it. And I'm like, it's a milkshake scent. You'd think it would go well at the coffee bar, but apparently he did not like that. So it is what it is. And then also from Goose Creek here, I've got Blueberry Limeade. I love this one too. I haven't placed an order with Goose Creek. I looked a few days ago because I was going to place another order. I haven't ordered from them since November. So it's been a while since I've put in an order with them. But man, next time I do, if that scent's around, I will definitely be adding that to my cart. Okay, now the only thing left that I have, everything else that I have is Scentsy. I think I've talked about this before. I love Scentsy. I feel like I get the best performance from it in my house. I have placed a few orders to try some more vendor wax. It's been years since I've tried a lot of these vendors. So I started with a couple that I knew I really liked, like Ava's Country Cupboard and Bathing Garden, even though I placed those orders last year. And then I got like super into Scentsy, and so that's mostly what I've been melting since then. But anyway, Scentsy Empties, I have 2 here of Blue Grotto. I've talked about this before. This is another one of my all-time favorite scents, up there with Pink Sands. It's so great. I've got more backups of this, like literally, I don't think I could run out of it. And if it ever comes in a brick, I'm going to buy like a ton of those. Something else that I just absolutely love and always have several of is Skinny Dippin'. This was the first scent that I melted from Scentsy. It lasted literally a week. And I was like, man, why didn't I try Scentsy sooner? So that one is another one that I just love. This one I talked about, and I had Ashley comment about Cutie Pie Cupcake, how she did not like the Walmart one as much. I smelled the Walmart one. I did not like it as much either, so I did buy more of this. If you've seen my Scentsy clearance haul, I bought, I think, 6 more of these bars. So I did not feel bad melting this one. I'm going to probably keep one of the others, like, tucked away until it comes back, if it ever comes back. But I've got, 5 more bars of it that I can melt until then. So got a good number here that I can go through. This is one that I had been holding on to from last year as well, Hibiscus Water. This was such a nice, like, tropical floral scent. Very fresh, very, like, naturey isn't a word, but like natural, floral fragrance. It reminds me of like going to a nursery here in Florida and smelling all the wonderful tropical plants. So nice. I haven't seen it coming back this year yet, but it was losing fragrance, and so I melted it once in here, and like I said, it had kind of lost its fragrance, so I melted it a few times in the bathroom, and it was so nice. I love that scent. I wish it would come back, but I wanted to use it up before it got, gross. This is one I won't miss. This is Rise and Sunshine, scent of the month last July, I believe. This smells, and like, it's not that the scent is bad. It's a very zesty orange. Like, it reminds me of orange rind. Like that kind of scent, which does not probably sound very good. And honestly, I'm not crazy for this scent. It was mostly a bathroom scent for me. I don't know if you can hear my dog. She's just like on the bed, off the bed, on the couch, off the couch. She's not sure what she wants to do here. But like I said, just not super crazy about this fragrance. But it was an orange. I melted it in the bathroom for some of the citrus odor eliminating abilities, and it did okay in there, but I'm overall glad to be rid of that. Next here, I've got a Bring Back My Bar. This was Happy Birthday. I did not put this in my club, and I do regret that a little bit. This is a really nice funfetti cake fragrance. Melted it a couple times, was not super impressed, and then after it had, I guess, cured a little bit longer, it was much, much better. So really, really like that one. kind of going back to the theme of favorite scents from Scentsy. This one, Pacific Sandalwood from the International Wax collection last year. I mean, I've not smelled really anything that gets quite this creamy of a sandalwood across. And I love this fragrance for a period of time. It was the only thing I would melt in my bedroom. So I love it. It is long lasting. It smells so nice, relaxing. But I canceled my Scentsy Club back in December or January. I can't remember. And so I haven't bought any more. I haven't gotten any more of these since then because it is no longer sold. So stuck waiting for it to come back and to bring back my bar, but I've literally never heard anybody else talk about it, so it probably won't come back and bring back my bar. But I love Pacific Sandalwood. In my attempts to try to find something to replace Pacific Sandalwood, this was Nhl Fresh Ice. It is, of course, a minty scent, but it does have sandalwood undertones. So I was trying, I'm like, oh, maybe this will work. It's not as good, but you know, it's fine. I do have another bar of it, and I like the scent. It's not the same as Pacific Sandalwood. This, also from the International Wax collection last year, Salted Lavender. It was a really herbal lavender. I haven't heard much about, honestly, because I haven't watched it because I'm not buying it, the Life's a Garden collection lavender. I like an herbal lavender. This one was just a little much for me. So I'd like something with a little more sweetness, a little like less, the only word coming to mind for me right now is astringent, but that's not really what it smells like. It smells green. You know what I mean? It does not smell like, oh, a field of lavender. It smells like lavender and fresh cut grass, which sounds kind of weird, but that was not my favorite from that collection. Obviously, Pacific Sandalwood, first place. Second place would probably be this guy, Strawberry and Rock Melon. Oh, so good. And as these are coming up on a year, I figure I might as well use up the ones that I have that I hadn't yet finished. The ones that I haven't started, obviously I'm not starting today, and have not kind of picked back up, but I have been trying to use up the ones that I bought last year and used. So this one here, Mandalorian Air of Adventure, I think this might be my last item actually. Yeah, it is. I love the Mandalorian fragrance. This is actually probably the third bar of it that I've melted. I got 2 bars at once when it came back, and honestly was not super impressed. I don't know if something changed from the last time or what, but like I said, just wasn't super impressed. So at some point, I'm sure I will, give it another try, and I've got it melting actually at our coffee bar right now, but if it comes back, I'll give it another go and see if maybe it was just a bad batch that I got this time. That's it. That was my melting in probably like the second half of, I'm just checking on my dog again, guys, sorry about that, second half of February and March. I have a melting basket video that I had made for April, but like I said, I'm having technology issues, so I don't know if I'll be able to get that off my camera. If I do, you'll see it here soon. Otherwise, I keep saying this, I do feel like now that the floors in our new house are almost done, I feel like we're about a week and a half away from being able to move in. So, a week and a half to 2 weeks from now, we'll be moving, which means that right now I'm focusing on packing. So I probably won't have time to film another video between now and then. If I can get my camera working, I'll try and edit one of those others and get it posted. But if I can't, you'll probably see from me in about 2 weeks with like a second half of April melting basket, or maybe a what I've melted so far in April basket. I think that's it. My dog seems to be kind of pacing a little bit. So with that, I think that's my cue to hop off. So hope that you guys are all doing well and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.